Hi, George Hogue here with another Business English Conversations lesson, video lesson. Subject today is really kind of a question. So, you want to start your own business? Well, we all know that there's a lot of things to consider, marketing, finance, and sales, and legal things, just whole bunches of stuff. So, I'm not going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about things you want to consider before you even get into this startup business. About nine items I want to talk to you about. First off, I want you to be different. If you're going to start your own business, you need to be clear about how your product, whatever that is different from anybody else's, or different from what you might think is your competition. Number one, be different. Number two thing to consider if you're going to want to start your own business, look for the problem or the need or the want that your product addresses. Does your product shorten process time? Does it make it something easier or more functional? Or does it just make something more exciting? Look for that need, that problem, that want, that thing that makes you different and that your product addresses. Number three, and this is a big one, do your homework. Do your homework. Are you the first person with this idea, or are you going to have some competition? Do some research. Go online. Research. Visit industry conferences. Talk to experts. Do your due diligence. Find out what your competition is, how they operate, and make some assessments as to what you're going to have to do to be different to beat your competition. Item number 4, go back and do your homework again. Does someone have another product or a plan that solves the same issue that your product solves or your product addresses? What might people spend their money on or their time instead of on your product or your service? So look into those kind of things. Number 5, define your customer base. Who are your customers going to be? What people will really, really want what you have to offer? Who will have to educate and talk these people into buying your product or your service? Number 6, determine your resource requirements. What do you need to get started? If you're building a physical product, can you build it in your house, your garage? Does your product depend, or will your product depend on a website for distribution? Can you financially handle the startup cost, or you need help? Can you physically handle the startup, whether it's internet designed or physical product yourself, or do you need help? Meaning you're going to have to pay somebody probably. How much money do you need to get off the ground with your product? And do you have the money? Or are you going to have to find somebody to loan it to you or invest in your company? Take your time researching, checking supplies, talking to industry experts again. Find out what it's really going to take to get you off the ground. Number 7, build yourself a prototype. This is critical with a product. If it's a physical product, build a prototype in the garage, in the house, whatever, and see if it works. See if it does what you want it to do and addresses the issues that you expected it to address. If your product's a service, you need a process map for detailing what must happen to meet the customer needs. I know in our products, there's a lot involved. We have a lot of interconnected, intertwining systems to handle our product. Probably 20, 25 different systems that we deal with. Number 8, do your math. No plan is complete without a thorough financial analysis. You need to make realistic and convincing revenue projections. What realistically can you expect in revenue? And what are your realistic costs going to be? And I don't mean wild guesses, swags, scientifically wild-ass guesses. I mean realistic. What's your break-even point? How much do you really have to break even, and how long do you think it's going to take you to get there? You will need a professional financial statement, particularly if you're going to ask somebody for some money to invest or borrow. Finally, number 9, write it all down, your entire plan, and make sure you understand that you got to maintain that document. You got to maintain the and it's a flexible document that's going to change constantly. So there you have it, nine steps or 9 items, things that I think you need to address before you go out and actually kickstart your business. This is all before you even address the other issues as to how you're going to do the accounting and the finance and the marketing and getting the corporation set up, or the LLC or the partnership, or I mean, I could go on for days about this. It's not an easy process. It's a rewarding process once it's all done and you've kicked off your company, but it's not easy. Yes, it's not meant to be. Well, I hope this helps, and let us know what you think of this lesson. Till next time, good luck with your startup.